שלום לכולם. Hi everybody, שלום, איזה כיף לראות אתכם. איזה יופי שבאתם. וואו. I see a lot of new faces. אני חושבת שיש לנו כאן אולי אפילו כמה סבים וסבתות שבאו להצטרף אלינו. So everyone, you can turn on your camera at the bottom of the screen. בצד שמאל למטה, אפשר להדליק את המצלמה, מי שרוצה, אנחנו מאוד נשמח. וגם, אם אתם רוצים לשנות את השם שלכם, זה בצד ימין למעלה של המלבן שלכם. So if you want to change it to a child's name or to your name, זה כיף שבאתם שלום. And if you can have your camera on, it's great, because then we can see you. אצלנו בזום, here in our Zoom, we can raise our hand if we want to speak, but we can also write in the chat. Lola wrote, my mom was in that. Amazing. And I'm hearing hi from so many friends. And I'm hearing that maybe Saftush is having a hard time getting into the link. Can we add her? We can only add her using the link. So why don't we try again with that same Zoom link? I'm going to put the link for this meeting in the chat right now, just so that we can try to get that to our Saba and Safta and see if they're able to join us. Because today we have a really special activity, and that's why we invited some Saba and Saftas to join us if they can. אז עכשיו, אני רוצה לראות, let's see, I don't know if there are friends here who remember our special friend Yael from the Museum of the Jewish People at Beit Hatfutsot. Hi, Yael is waving hello. And Yael, who you know, we took a tour of all these many synagogues and communities and all these places, but today we're going to take a tour of your family. And you're going to do that with Yael. So if everyone can see me and hear me, let's just check. Let's wave shalom. Shalom, מי שרואה אותי ושומע אותי שיגיד שלום. מצוין. נהדר. And if we can turn our camera, it's at the bottom of the screen, ממש פה. And I put the chat to this very meeting. In the chat, I put the link to this meeting if you want to try to help any Saba and Saftas to join us from wherever they are. So now, Yael, I think our friends are ready to start. אז בואו נגיד שלום, יעל.
Shalom, shalom lekulam. Hi, boker tov, good morning. If it's morning for you, or erev tov, if it's evening for you, or tzoraim tovim, because we're here on this call from all over the world. And I'm very, very excited to be with you. I'm Yael, I'm here in Israel, and I work at the Museum of the Jewish People at Beit Hatfutsot. The Museum of the Jewish People at Beit Hatfutsot is a museum in Tel Aviv, and some of you I met, we had a tour of the museum together, and today I'm happy to, together with you, as Ela said, take a tour of our families. So yesterday in America, we celebrated Mother's Day, Nachon, Yom HaEm. Raise your hand if you celebrated. So yesterday was Yom HaEm, was Mother's Day, and really this is a time for us to think about our families and learn more about our families together. So we know on this call, I see we have a lot of Keshet members, and we also have some Sabim v'Saftot, right? So first I would like, if you're a Saba or a Safta, if you could introduce yourself, okay, and tell us who's Saba or Safta you are. So I see we have Yael, Prion, yes, great, hi. Wait, you can unmute yourself.
שלום, שומעים אותי?
כן.
אני סבתא של רוני.
שלום, שלום סבתא של רוני. רוני, raise your hand.
ונורא כיף להיות פה.
איזה כיף, איזה כיף. So that's great.
היי רוני.
Shalom, תודה יעל. And I see we have Sarah also, נכון? Right? Is Sarah also a Safta? Or a mother? Okay, you can unmute yourself.
של אלה ואילי.
איזה כיף. So we have Ela and Eli. Raise your hands. And so what we're going to do together today, everyone here can do the activity together. whether your saftot or sabim are on your grandmother or grandfather is on the call, or if you're here by yourself. And you can also afterwards call up a family member to ask them different questions. Before we start, I want us to look at what we have here. What do we see? What do we see here? So, right, we see a Magen David, we see a Star of David, and inside we have all different colors and all different shapes. And that is because we're talking about different families, all different types of families, all different colors, all different shapes, but they're all make up a great story. Because, as we said, we're a museum of stories. And when we're talking about a story of the Jewish people, we're talking about a big story with a lot of little stories. So we have Shachar's story and Roni's story and Eitan's story and Ella's story. All of our stories together make up a very, very big story. So what some of us know, you wrote on the chat when we were getting on some of the places where your grandparents live, right? I saw we have Israel, we have Orange County, we have New York, and some of us know stories about our family's past, and some of us, now's a great time to learn together. So I want to ask you, and here, first I want to hear from Keshet, we're gonna divide up into two teams, Nechadim, or grandchildren, and Sabi Besaftot, and grandparents. So a question for Keshet members, for the Nechadim. What games do you like to play? Okay, raise your hand if you want to answer. And I'll unmute you. Yeah, Ella, I'm going to unmute you. Okay, yes.
I like to play tag.
Tag, great. Thank you. Toda. Okay, and we have Lonnie. Let's see, great. Lonnie, you want to answer? What games do you like to play?
Monopoly.
Monopoly. You like playing Monopoly, Monopoly, Eze, Yofi. Okay, great. Now, does anyone else want to answer? What games do you like to play? Yes, Eyal, I'm gonna unmute you. Yes.
Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride. Yofi, you want to tell us about that game? I don't know that game.
What does it do? What do you have to do in that?
Get the longest train / get most points.
Excellent. Thank you. Toda. Great. And we also have Yamit, right? Yamit, do you want to tell us what games do you like to play?
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Raise your hand if you also like to play hide and seek. I do.
Me too.
Great. Thank you. Toda Yamit. Okay. Anyone else? Any other of the kids want to tell me what games you like to play? Oh, Bal, yeah? Do you want to say? Do you want to tell us what game you like to play? איזה משחק? אתם אוהבים? I can't hear you so well, so maybe if you can write on the chat, that would be great. So, first of all, thank you for all your games, and you're welcome to write more games on the chat. And now, I want to ask the Saftot that are with us, I want to ask, what games did you like to play when you were younger, when you were the age of your grandchildren? כשאתם הייתם בגיל של הנכדים שלכם. אז תצביעו אם תרצו לענות. If you please raise your hand if you want to answer. What games? It could be games you played at school, or games you played at home, or in the yard. בחצר, בבית ספר, בשכונה. איזה משחקים שחקתם? So we have a volunteer? Yes, יעל, כן.
לטפס על עצים.
יפה, לטפס על עצים, to climb trees.
Climb trees,
You like to
yes.
climb trees? אתם אוהבים
One
לטפס על
tree
עצים?
in my yard.
In your yard, you had a tree in your yard. מעולה, איזה יופי. I also like. תודה. אוקיי, שרה? כן?
אנחנו אהבנו לשחק בקלאס.
אתם אהבתם לשחק בקלאס. Okay, now, Sarah, can you tell us, את יכולה לספר לנו מה זה קלאס?
קלאס זה משחק שמשחקים עם אבן, זורקים את זה לסולם כזה שמציירים על הכביש, וקופצים, עולים בסולם.
יפה, תודה רבה. אז Sarah told us about, סבתא Sarah told us about class, about, I think it's hopscotch in English, where you draw, right, where you draw on the sidewalk, you draw different squares, and then you have to jump in the squares. Yafe, thank you. Okay, any other Sabim or Saftot that can tell us what you like to play when you were little? Yes.
קפיצה
Please introduce
בחבל.
yourself. בבקשה תציגי. First, your סבתא של?
אהבה, סבתא של אייל, קפיצה בחבל.
קפיצה בחבל, jumping rope. Raise your hand if you also like to jump rope.
Sure.
I'm actually not so good at it. Actually, I can't really jump rope. But everyone else here can.
I am too old to jump now, but I used to.
But you used to. Yafe, thank you. And we also have Dalia. Yes, great. Dalia, you want to introduce yourself? את רוצה להציג את עצמך?
כן, בעברית או באנגלית?
Whatever you prefer.
I prefer בעברית, אני בישראל.
Okay, great. So you can introduce yourself in Hebrew.
אני סבתא של אריאל, עזרן, שמחייך אליי פה. ואמא שלו, אני אמא של הילד, אמא של אריאל. ואני מורה לעברית, אונליין, יש לי תלמידים בכל העולם. ואני גם עוזרת קצת לאריאל. ונורא כיף לי להיות איתכם, וגם הייתי אצלכם בינואר, הייתי אצלכם בפעילות של קשת יום אחד,
איזה כיף.
ואתם עושים דברים נהדרים, וכיף לי להשתתף איתכם.
תודה רבה, אז תודה, so נעים מאוד, ותגידי לנו, דליה, if you can tell us, what did you like to play with when you were Ariel's age? במה אתה אהבת לשחק?
Well, we didn't have all these toys and games that you have now. It's a completely different age. I'm about 100 years old, you know. We didn't have plastic. When we were very young, we only had wooden toys from wood. And I used to play with this, you know, these little animals. You still have them today, but it's from plastic. When you squeeze it from down below, then the camel or the donkey like bends its knees forward or lift a hand or a leg. I used to play with that.
Wow, thank you. So first of all, we heard from Dalia, there were different types of toys, right? There wasn't so much plastic, there was wood, and also we had an example of toys that are also with animals that some of us still might like to play with animals like that. So toda rabah, thank you. So what we heard now, we heard about different games. We heard about games we like to play now, and we heard about games that our Sabi Vasato played when they were our age. Now, it's interesting to think that some of the games are similar, right? We still might like to play with animals, or we might like to play in the climb trees, and some of them are different. Now I have another question for you. I want first the keshet, I want first the nechadim, first the grandchildren to answer. Tell me what language you speak at home with your parents. Okay, raise your hand if you want to answer. So Ariel, yes.
אני מדבר עברית.
אתה מדבר עברית. Okay, you speak Hebrew. מצוין. רוני? Yes. What language?
עברית.
Ivrit. Okay. Who else wants to say? Ella, you want to say? Yes? What?
Hebrew.
Hebrew. Okay. What else? Eyal, yes.
עברית ואנגלית.
Ivrit ואנגלית. Hebrew and English. יפה. Okay, Yoniel, you want to tell us? What language do you speak with your parents?
English.
English. Yeah. Does anyone else want to answer? Okay. Yes, Mika.
ספרדית, Hebrew, and English.
Sfaradit, Spanish, Hebrew, and English. מצוין. Okay. תודה. Anyone else? Yamit? Yes, and Yamit then? Yeah?
ושני וימין. עברית ואנגלית. אנחנו מדברות עם אמא ואבא בעברית בסקול אנגליש. ועברית.
יפה, thank you, מצוין. Okay, great. And now I want to ask the same question to Sami Masaftot. Paul, if you can tell us what language, when you were little, what language did you speak with your parents or with your grandparents? Okay, באיזה שפה אתם דיברתם? עם ההורים או עם הסבים והסבתות שלכם? Okay, תצביעו אם אתם מוכנים לענות. Okay, so דליה? כן?
אני דיברתי בעברית. I spoke Hebrew with my parents. I didn't have grandparents when I grew up. I had one grandmother she lived in England, but I didn't really know her. So all the surroundings were עברית, Hebrew.
Hebrew. תודה. Okay, יפה. כן.
חווה.
חווה. כן.
של אייל.
חווה ואייל, יפה. And what language did you speak? באיזה שפה אתם דיברתם?
צ'כית ועברית.
צ'כית? בעברית?
כן.
Okay, so we have Hebrew and Czechoslovakian, I guess. Great, thank you, תודה. Great. And do we have it? Yes, Yael.
עברית.
Hebrew. Okay, great. And I'll add that I spoke English with my I speak English with my grandparents. But my grandparents spoke with their grandparents in Yiddish, in Yiddish. So we have all different languages from our one group. Now, what I want to do now is we said today we're going to be talking about family stories. And when we talk about our story, our family stories, those what we like to play with, the languages that we speak in, our memories, things that we do together, those are all part of our family story. And there's a lot of way to tell our family stories. We can tell it by voice, right? We can share it with someone else, but we can also draw it or act it out, right? There are a lot of different ways we can tell our family stories. So what I want to show you now is I want to show you a short video where we're going to see kids around the world in many, many, many countries that are sharing their family stories. But look, you're going to see how they're sharing it, okay? They're sharing it in a creative way. Some of you might understand all the languages. Some of you might understand some of the languages because we're going to hear all these different types of languages. So let's see together what we can understand. So I'm going to share my screen, okay? And then we're going to look at this video. This is a video of projects, family stories that were made in a project of Beit Hatfutsot called My Family Story, or Sipur Mishpachti, in memory of Manuel Hirsch Groskopf. So here we go, right here.
Es Ana Andaba y este es mi proyecto.
Hi, my name is Callie Fye. I'm a 5th grader at Baltimore Hebrew Congregation.
Меня зовут Юлай Кальмер. Я живу в Литве, в городе Вильнюс. Я ученик 7 класса школы имени Шолома Алехи.
Hi, my name is Maya Taylor. I'm an 8th grade student at Beit Hatfutsot in Baltimore, Maryland.
שמי אגם, בחרתי לספר את סיפורה של דודתי ורבנו, אחותה של אמי, סיפור עלייה מאתיופיה לארץ ישראל.
Hello, my name is Sarah Ruth. I'm in 7th grade in Tor Academy Girls High School, South Africa, Johannesburg.
היי, אני סתיו ברק מבית ספר יהלום שוהם, והעבודה שלי מחולקת לחלקים שיוצאים ביחד בפאזל, הפאזל שלי, שמרכיב את ארץ ישראל שלי.
Меня зовут Матвей Белькевичус. Я ученик 7 класса от гимназии по имени Шолом Алехи. Я живу в Вильнюсе, в Литве. Мой проект называется «Мой двор, мой мир».
שלום, אני נמה קולורו. אני לומדת בבית ספר בית-אל, בואנוס איירס, ארגנטינה.
Здравствуйте, я Дора Андреевич, школа месяца 613, город Киев. Мой экспонат – еврейское сердце, что символизирует евреев во время Второй мировой войны и Холокоста.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Sweet, and I decided to make a case that includes photos of my family.
Es
la Megilá de las 137 generaciones. ¿Sí ve bien? El primero es entrega de la Torá por Dios a Moshe en Har Sinai. El segundo, Moshe Rabenu. Hasta que llegamos a la 137, que esa soy yo.
This display is called Piecing My Family Together. The sides of each cube represent a different theme. My immediate family, my extended family, Israel, traditions, history, and Jewish symbols that are important to me. This is special to me because it's what my family is about. Traditions, values, and beliefs.
Okay, so what we saw here is we heard all these different languages, right? What languages did we hear? We heard English, we heard Hebrew, we heard Spanish, right? We heard Russian, we heard all different types of languages, and we saw kids around the world that were sharing their family stories through art, right? They did different art displays that told about their past. Now, I want us to I wanted to specifically look at one of the stories, and here I'm going back to it was in Spanish, so I don't know Spanish either, so actually right, so some people here might, but this came in from Argentina, and this family, look what they did. They went back in their family history and they asked their grandparents and their aunts and uncles, and they did a lot of research to find out all the names in their family history. And then they made a list. You can see all these different names, and they went back, they got back to 137 generations. Their grandfathers, a saba, shel saba. He or she even says they get back to Moshe, in the Moshe Rabbeinu in the Torah, but so they go back, but who's at the end? That's her. She goes back to the past, but then puts her name at the end. So what we're looking at is a type of family tree. Now, has anyone here made a family tree before? So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a bit about trees, and then together with art, we're going to also do that together. I don't know if you have with some arts and crafts, if you have, or I'll give you some time. Yes, great. I see Yoniel has some pages. Perfect. So, and I'll also give you some time to go get afterwards. So first, I want to talk about what is a family tree. So we know what family is, and we know what a tree is. But what's a family tree? So here, I want us to take a look. And I want to show you, this is a picture of a tree, right? Here we have the word me. And what we have here in the branches are places for us to write the different names of our families. We can go back to our parents, our grandparents, maybe our great-grandparents, and we can write their names here. So what the family tree is, it's collecting, it's writing down all the names that we know. It could be names, it could be drawings, and putting them together. But why a tree? Why do you think we use the word family tree for collecting names? Does anyone have any ideas? What does a tree make you think of? Yes, Yoniel, you wanna tell us? Yes.
Because the tree is huge.
Excellent. First of all, a tree is something very, very big, right? And we can have, when we go back in time, our families, it's a lot of people. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. What else does a tree have? Yeah, yes, any other idea? Ella, you want to answer?
Yeah.
What else does a tree have?
Roots.
Excellent. A tree has roots, right? A tree, it can't live without roots inside the ground, right? Usually we see the trunk and the leaves, but inside the ground, they're the roots of the tree. That's how it gets its water. That's how it gets its nutrients, its food. That's how the tree can live, right? So the tree has roots. And let's look at our families. When we're going back in time, we're also going to our roots. We're also going to our shorashim, where we came from, right? Where we came from. And that's how, just as a tree needs its roots, also when we do a family tree, is we look into to learn about our family, where we came from, and how we got to be where we are today. So a family tree, this is one example. I want to show you another example, okay? I want to show you an example that's not quite in the shape of a tree, but it's still called, it's a family tree. And this is part of the databases, part of the family trees that are at the museum that I work at. So here we go. This is a website where people can upload their family trees, but I want to show you an example, okay? So let's see, I am going to take a last name, okay? The last name is Levy. Maybe you know people with the last name Levy, right? It's a common name. And so you can see I wrote the word Levy, and let's see what comes up. So we're searching for the last name Levy. So first of all, it tells us about where the family name is from. And here we're going to get to a lot of family trees. There are close to 6,000 family trees here with the last name Levy. But I want to open one and I want to show it to you. So right now I clicked here on Levy, and look what I have. It doesn't look like a tree, right? You can't see the roots and the branches, but it kind of does. This is Levy today. And if we go back, we can see the different family. We can see who his parents were. We have Moshe Levy and Miriam. And that's this family tree right here. We can look at a different family tree also. For example, we're going into a different family tree. And here we can see a lot more different family members. And if we click on them, we can see who they're married to or who their kids are. This is all part of a family tree. Here, one sec. So first of all, I'm going to send you in the chat, I'm going to send you the link so that you're welcome to later on. You can, with your families, you can search for maybe your last name as well. And now I want us to think a bit about drawing our own family trees. When I say a family tree, it can be actual to draw it in the shape of a tree, or it could be writing down the different names, or even drawing our family members. Eyal, did you want to ask a question? I have a hand raised. Okay. Does everyone have some paper or some construction paper ready? Excellent. So I see Ayla has. Who else has some paper ready? Yoniel has. Excellent. Eyal has. Perfect. Okay, great. I see Bar and Tom have. Wonderful, wonderful. And also, the Sabin and Saftot, you're also welcome to go get a sheet of paper and also draw out your family tree. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put on some music in the background, and I'm going to ask you to draw a tree, and on the tree you can either write or draw pictures of your family. Okay, so you can have yourself, your siblings, your parents, and grandparents. If you really want, you can you can include cousins as well. But we're going to start with yourself, siblings, parents, and grandparents. Okay, you ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna put some music in the background, and the music also has to do with the tree itself. So here we go, and I invite you to draw your family tree. Here we go.
אני הוא עץ מאוד זקן ושבע ימים, ראיתי כבר אוחות הזאת בורר עמים. אתה לקטן מתנועע, בטוח בעצמו הכל יודע, קח איתך צדה לדרך את ניסיוני, אל תזלזל, אולי זה כל מה שיש לי, כי יש ימים יפים הכל פורח, ויש שעות קשות הכל בורח. תחזיק חזק על הקטן שלי, כי לא תמיד הכל בחוץ בעיר, ברוח סער וסופה קרה, זכור ותתחזק, אני איתך. תחזיק חזק על הקטן שלי. תמיד הכל נכון, הכל מובן, חיים זה לא שיעור חשבון, זה גם מבחן. עכשיו על קטן הכל רגוע, אך מרחוק אולי ענן מגיע, כך איתך צדה לדרך ברכתי, חצי הכוס היא מלאה, תזכור תמיד, וכשהשמש אל הים שוקעת, אל תדאג, מחר היא שוב זורחת. תחזיק חזק על הקטן שלי, כי לא תמיד הכל בחוץ בעיר, ברוח סער וסופה קרה, תזכור ותתחזק, אני איתך. תחזיק חזק על הקטן שלי, אשרי האיש אשר לא הלך בצד רשעים, ובדרך חטאים לא עמד, ובמושב לצים לא ישב. אם בתורת אדוני חפצו, ובתורתו יגה יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. תחזיק חזק על הקטן שלי, כי לא תמיד הכל עלה קטן שלי.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I see you've all been working, and I've seen some of your pictures, and you can also continue doing this after our meeting. It's a great opportunity. Who would like to show us what they've done? Who would like to show? Eli, Mika, you want to show us? Yeah? Okay, great. Okay. Put it close. Wow. Oh, beautiful. Great. Tell us what you made here. And you wrote the names, right? Amazing. Right, and I see it's in the shape. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, great. Let's see. I see we have Ela also. You're holding up, right? So you have the family tree with the different names. And I see here you have names, right? You also have names, different names for grandparents, right? You have Saba and Tate, right? And Saftush and Saba, right? We have all different, we call our grandparents all these different names. Great, thank you. Thank you, Toda. Okay, yes, Eyal. You're also showing a great picture, Eyal, here. Great. Wow. Oh, Yofi. So we have a tree, and I see we have Safta Meira and Safta Chava, right? And Saba Yaakov. Up, and Eyal's there in the middle. Excellent. Toda. Yes, Ariel.
Okay. I didn't finish, but I put like these are the mom and these are the mom and dad of. So like I put the mom and dad, and then I put like at the under them I put there's the child that I know, and then I put an arrow so I'll know who it is, and then I put here, and then there's these two, the mom and dad of this.
Excellent.
And here I put that.
So Ariel showed us something very interesting. I want to show Ariel. Notice what he said. He said he put an arrow, right? And I saw some of you do that to show the relationship, right? If you're a child of or a parent of. Excellent. Thank you. Toda. Leah. Yes. Yes, great. So we can see Leah. So we also have here like a shape of a tree and a flower. And then we have the different names like leaves, right? Tagiri, yes? What do you want to?
A leaf, I guess.
Right, we have the leaves come out. Wonderful, beautiful. Thank you, Toda. And Dalia raised her hand, right? It's after Dalia? Yes, great. Let's hear.
Oops. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see. Excellent. Maybe
that's Ariel. The orange square is Ariel. You have 4 generations. Ariel at the very end. Red is Ariel's immediate family. Abba, Ima, brothers. Green is his uncles, and me and Saba Udi. And the yellow is the great-grandparents of Ariel.
Yeah.
את המשפחה של אריאל.
איזה כיף. So here, what Dalia did is she also did different colors for each generation, right? A wonderful idea, Toda. Thank you. Yofeh. Great. Do we have any other volunteers that want to show us? Anyone else want to show? Val, you want to show us what you did? Val and Tom? Here. Yeah?
So I didn't finish.
That's okay. You can continue after today, for sure.
Show mine.
Yeah, please.
I wrote the names not like mom and dad. So that's me. Then there's Bar, and then there's Mia. That's my mom, and that's my dad.
Yeah, fair, wonderful. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. And we have also, right? We have Yamit and her sister. Yes, you want to tell us? Yeah. Yafe. Here, great. Okay, so we have a.
This is my side. This is Daddy's side.
Great. So you have both sides of the family, right? And also I see the tree trunk. Wonderful. Kol hakavod. Thank you. So first of all, you guys did great jobs, and I was happy to see both the grandchildren's side and also the Sabas and Sabas. And this is also something that it's not just, a one-time thing. This is something that you can continue, you can draw. I also think it's a great thing to also then send your Saba v'Savta or send a different family member when you finish, because it's really special to keep these things in the family. Just before we finish, and then I know you're going to have some dancing and some more songs, I want to tell you a story. Okay, it's a story about two people who were walking, and one says to the other one, "Please give me a blessing." And he says to the other person, he says, "I want to tell you a story, and from this you're going to learn about what I wish for you. I was walking and in the desert, and I found a tree, and the tree all of a sudden has beautiful fruit, and it has water going under it, and there's shade, and I drank from the fruit, and I ate the fruit, and I drank the water, and I sat in the shade, and at the end I wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to wish something to the tree, but I said, what am I going to bless the tree? The tree has everything, right? It has the shade, it has delicious fruit, it has water. What am I going to bless it? I'm going to bless it that all its babies, all its children, the small trees, that they're all like it, and that they all have the shade and the water and the fruit like their Saba and Savta tree. So with that, also, I think it's a great bracha, it's a great blessing for the Sabim and Savtot that are with us. So you should have much joy and nachat with your grandchildren. And I want to invite everyone on this call and then this meeting to continue writing your family trees. You can then also, with your parents and grandparents or families, send it into the Beit Hatfutsot website. Someone asked why they couldn't find their name on the Beit Hatfutsot website, and sometimes that's because if the family tree wasn't uploaded, then it doesn't appear. So this is a great opportunity for you to upload your family trees. But really, just to invite you all to learn your family stories, and thank you so much. You did a great job. Wonderful seeing you again. Toda raba raba raba, v'litraot. Bye bye.
מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה. שמעתי שעושים פה מסיבה בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. היי, נשים את הצרות מאחוריי, אני לא הולך עד שכולכם מבסוטים. היי, שמעתי שהתחלתם בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. היי, הראש כבר מסתובב כולם בהיי, לא נעצור עד שכולכם מבסוטים. להיט, תרימו לי להיט, תרימו לבורא, הקצב כאן עולה. מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה. נחבק אוהבים, שתמיד נהיה שמחים. אלוהים, אלוהים, רק תשמור על הרוקדים, תחבק אוהבים, שתמיד נהיה שמחים. Stop.